When was the last time you paused while scrolling, looked at your bank balance, and wondered which simple decision today could redefine every paycheck you receive from now on? I am not suggesting you gamble on high-risk trends or chase fleeting get-rich-quick rumors. I am talking about a single, steady move, simple enough to execute before your morning coffee cools, that sets your finances on a trajectory where every dollar works to multiply itself. Picture a snowball rolling down a hill. As it descends, the outer flakes collect more snow, and soon those new layers begin gathering even more. This silent, unstoppable chain reaction is compounding, the very force that builds wealth for those who started with almost nothing. But here's the critical question. How large must that first snowball be before gravity does the work for you? The amount is much smaller than most people assume, well within reach for the average earner, yet powerful enough to set your future in motion. In this video, we will identify that exact figure and, more importantly, explain how to reach it even on a modest salary. First, let's clear the fog surrounding compounding. Many people view it as complex math reserved for the ultra-wealthy, but the reality is quite the opposite.
Compounding is patient, yet relentless. Just like our snowball, a single push results in minor growth, but 20 pushes create a force that flattens any obstacle in its path. Money functions the same way, provided you offer it time, space, and a steady hand. You might wonder why we aren't chasing rental properties, volatile digital currencies, or side hustles that promise instant returns. Rental homes, while viable, often come with maintenance headaches and constant paperwork. Crypto markets can soar, but they can just as easily crash while you sleep. Side hustles can be effective, but they demand your precious evenings and endless self-promotion. Compounding is the quiet partner. Invest once, and it keeps working while you cook dinner, read to your children, or relax. If you want to better understand how to optimize your income to fuel this process, check out our Telegram community via the link in the description, where we share our current top business strategies. I will provide more details later. For now, let's return to the snowball. To find the starting point, let's work backward from a solid goal. Many aim for $1 million, a round number that serves as a safety net.
If you give yourself 20 years and park your money in a broad stock index fund with an average 8% annual return, the math suggests you need about $241,000 to start. That may feel steep for most households. However, if you extend your horizon to 30 years, that initial requirement drops to roughly $100,000. Time is the ultimate lever. It multiplies your wealth without requiring extra labor. Of course, 8% is just an average. To stay grounded, consider 4 growth lanes. Lane 1 is the conservative approach at 4% annually. Hitting $1 million in 30 years here requires a starting sum of $286,000. Lane 2 at 6% requires about $165,000. Lane 3 at 8% requires $100,000. Lane 4, the fast lane at 10%, requires only $57,000. Notice the pattern. Every additional percentage point of growth drastically lowers the barrier to entry. This is the hidden power most people miss. Yet, there is a nuance most gurus skip. The most vital factor isn't the growth rate, it is your resolve to leave the investment alone. If you withdraw gains prematurely, skip contributions, or panic sell during market dips, the snowball stops growing and begins to melt. Rule 1 is simple. Once the compounding machine starts, keep your hands off. We focus on a larger 6-figure target because life is rarely a perfect spreadsheet. You need a cushion that succeeds even if returns slide to 6%. Imagine you hit $100,000 and invest it at a 6% return. In the first year, you earn $6,000 without lifting a finger. By year 20, that annual gain grows to about $16,000. At that stage, your money is saving more each year than many households manage to set aside themselves. The snowball is now rolling under its own momentum. Many make the mistake of letting these gains sit in a low-interest account where inflation erodes their buying power. The fix is to reinvest everything back into the engine. Think of every dollar earned as a new employee. The more you hire, the faster your project finishes. Reinvesting is not a secret trick. It is simply refusing to leave your capital idle. Over decades, this single habit can double or triple your final outcome with zero extra effort once you set up automatic reinvestment. Can ordinary people reach that six-figure milestone? Yes, and faster than you might think. By saving $850 a month at a 6% return, you cross the line in roughly 8 years. At $500 a month, you arrive in under 12 years. Even at $250 a month, you hit the goal in 20 years. It is not overnight, but it is not a lifetime either. You don't need to be a stock-picking genius to earn these returns. A low-cost index fund that tracks the broad market has historically delivered these results for decades. Your time is better spent living your life than staring at charts. Furthermore, checking your account too often can actually damage your results. Frequent monitoring leads to emotional reactions during market dips. A quarterly check-in is plenty. Before we conclude, imagine a seed in your palm. You plant it and water it, but for weeks you see nothing. Friends might doubt the process because there is no immediate change. But years later, that thin sprout becomes a strong tree with deep roots. Your money works the same way. The smallest amount to ignite this engine with serious force is $100,000. It is a target large enough to generate meaningful growth, but realistic enough for the average worker to reach with a clear plan. To get there, take these 3 steps. First, automate your savings so the money leaves your account before you can spend it. Second, increase your income through existing skills, tutoring, design, or freelance work, and funnel every extra dollar into your investments. Third, cut unnecessary expenses and redirect that capital into your compounding snowball. Compounding is not magic, it is math powered by patience. The sooner you start, the less you need to contribute.
You don't need a fortune, a degree, or a perfect market. You only need that first 6-figure snowball, the discipline to leave it alone, and time. If the $100,000 target still feels out of reach, join our free Telegram community. We walk you through how we build successful ventures step by step. There are no hidden costs, just our strategies. If this helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. I look forward to seeing you in the community.